Hey everybody. Okay, so you're getting ready to start your fit journey, your health and wellness journey, your new lifestyle, and I know with that comes some Shakeology, and we're going to add that in. So I want to give you a few tips to help you make the most delicious shake. I'm going to preface this by saying be patient with the process. For me, it was definitely 3 or 4 shakes before I felt like I figured it out, I nailed it, I've got the recipe that I love, and this is delicious. And it wasn't that it wasn't delicious the first few days, but it might have been too thick or too watery, or the consistency was just kind of funky. So I'm going to give you guys some tips so that you blend the perfect shake, but I also want to tell you that this is plant-based. This is whole food nutrition, okay? So it may not taste like a Wendy's Frosty, but it's gonna be pretty dang close. It's gonna be delicious. And if you follow these tips, you will find your way to the most delicious shake ever, okay? So here's my recommendation: blend. If you don't have a blender, invest in one. If you are going to be mixing when you're at work, maybe invest in a travel blender. They can be about 20 bucks. Just make sure that the canister holds at least 20 ounces, because your shake is going to be pretty full. That's really the hope, is that it should fill like your shaker cup. So this is a 25 ounce shaker cup, and this is just the Performance Line one, but you have the Shakeology one, 25 ounces. So this should be full. And what you're going to do is you are going to first, to your blender, add liquid. My recommendations for liquid is to choose a non-dairy milk if you want to use a creamier base. So you could use almond milk or soy milk, coconut milk. Choose an unsweetened version of those. You could even do like unsweetened vanilla. Those are like the 3 most common ones that my customers tend to use. I would probably shy away from using dairy, using cow's milk, for a couple reasons. If you're not used to drinking 8 to 10 ounces of dairy every day, it might really upset your GI tract. So you're already going to be adding in a lot of probiotics and a lot of other great things that are already going to help promote healthy digestion. So maybe adding in all that dairy could really cause some disruptions in your digestive tract. So I would probably avoid using milk, unless, again, you're used to drinking that much milk every single day. So you're going to do 8 to 10 ounces of liquid into your blender. You're going to add a scoop or shake packet of Shakeology, depending if you have the whole bag or you have packets. 1 whole packet is a serving. 1 whole scoop into your shake is a serving. And then you're going to add your fruit. I usually add half of a banana every day. It makes it really creamy, and I really love the consistency there, but the options are endless. You could use blueberries, you can use raspberries, you can use strawberries, you can use cherries. And if you're using frozen berries, just make sure that you take that into account when we add our ice at the end, because it will be really thick and chunky if you add, 5 or 6 big frozen berries and then lots of ice. So kind of modify that as it works for you. And then I usually add nut butter, either almond butter or peanut butter, but you could use cashew butter or sun butter or any other healthy nut butter fat that you would like. And then I add about 8 to 10 ice cubes, and I blend it. I start the blender kind of slow, and I work its way up to a higher setting, and listen till you don't hear any ice crunching anymore. If your blender sort of gets stuck, like it's too thick, you might need to turn it off and kind of shake it up a little bit and put it back on, and then slowly work the power up again. If it's still too thick, you might need to add just a little bit more liquid. You'll figure out what your blender kind of does. Like, I have a Vitamix, and that's really what works really great. I had a Cuisinart before that. The same recipe worked phenomenal in there. But you do need sort of a powerful blender that's going to pull it down and really blend everything together. Your shake should be really creamy. It should sort of change from, if you're drinking chocolate or a cafe latte, it should really change from like a dark brown to a lighter brown color. Your vegan chocolate will turn a little bit lighter, but it'll still be a little not super light, like the regular kind of turns really light, but it should be creamy. Now, before you take it out of the blender, this is my last tip for you: do a taste test. So get a spoon, scoop it out, and taste it. If it's crunchy and there's ice, you need to blend it a little longer. If it's too thick, add some more liquid, keep blending it. You're gonna get it right, but be patient. Give yourself the grace to know that it's gonna take a few days to kind of nail it and get it right. I lied. I have one more suggestion for you guys. This is so packed with nutrients. It is like your multivitamin. There is a lot of nutrients in here. So if you sort of feel, if your stomach is a little bit upset because, you're giving yourself a lot of nutrients all at once, you might need to cut back to half a scoop or half a packet and work your way up to a full serving. When I first started, I sort of did the full serving the first day, and then like any other multivitamin, I sometimes can feel a little bit woozy and dizzy, so I cut back to half a serving for 3 days and worked my way back up to a full serving, and then it was perfect. So communicate with your coach. Make sure you're posting in your group and sharing your Shakeology picture every single day. That's your accountability. Sharing what recipes it is that you're using, what's working, what's not working. Ask for help. We are here to help you make sure that this is your healthiest meal of the day. So good luck, guys.